Well, casting's not really my forte, but we all need a reminder from time to time. So today we've enlisted the help of Brian Pask, a good friend of mine and also an Angling Trust Level 2 coach, just to run through the basics really of an overhead thump and an off the ground cast. So whether you're a beginner who this little series was aimed at, or even if you're more experienced, sometimes you can just be reminded of a few things about casting. We'll also run through the leader knot as well.
What we're going to do this week is just give you a quick demonstration of basic casting and then move on to slightly more advanced. So what we're going to do then is, you've got your reel fully spooled up, as we said in previous blogs, with a shock leader on the front end. So it's gripping the reel, releasing the bail arm, and the arm position is pretty much parallel, but with your arms behind and away from your body. The release point when you're coming up and over will be as the rod passes your right ear. So here we go then, guys, and away it goes. Hi guys, welcome to Casting for Beginners. What we're going to do is just run through a very basic overhead thump cast. Starting position, just get your feet slightly apart. Make sure you're nice and sturdy, because the last thing you want to do is actually fall over. Release the bail arm, holding the line with your index finger. Arm position. So what we're actually going to do is get this cast over the head, but release point off your finger as it's coming past your right ear. So here we go, guys, and away it goes. Okay guys, we're going to move over from the basic overhead thump cast and put a little bit more into it without the use of any additional power really. It really does involve moving the lead nearer to your feet to start with, and I'm actually using a tennis ball so you can see it easier. So in it's coming, and it's going to be laying down inside the arc of the rod. The rod tip laid right down low, the butt up high. The reason for that is you're moving the rod tip the furthest possible distance it can go, and you're also going to be able to pull down with your left hand to apply additional pressure. The lead's inside the tip of the rod, because you're going to bend the rod from the second it starts moving, and that way you're going to get more bend into the rod, which is going to power the lead further away.
And this is what Brian was talking about with a fixed spool reel. You just clip the bail arm over, make sure that's locked over, and then holding the line under tension. Well, we're using mono today, but if you're using braid, it's well worth getting a finger stool. I'll leave details of that in the description. So just briefly with the leader knot, tie an overhand knot in the thicker part of the line, that's your leader line, and then pull the main line through, which is on my right hand side, and then I give it a few turns, maybe 6, just to keep it nice and tight, and then you form a loop, and then you go back over again, in and out, same amount of times, and you pull the running end tight, try and lubricate the line, and then bite down on that knot. We do cover that in a lot more detail, but that's what we mean by a leader knot. And then when you're casting, bear in mind with your footing, it's easy enough on sand, of course, dig yourself in. Just gets a little bit more tricky if you're trying to cast off rocks with that overhead cast. And then just a quick reminder that we do have the giveaway on Friday at 5:45. So if you haven't put your name down for those drift lures, do so on the previous video, and we'll see if you're in the draw for the lures on Friday night. Thanks very much for watching.